The latest data from 538.com finds Donald Trump's lead in the Republican primary is only growing. The group takes the average from all major polls, and as you can see, the former president is up to 60%. The next closest is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at 13%. So we're just about 2 weeks away now from the Republican presidential hopefuls facing off right here in Alabama. Tonight, I'll look at what the candidates have to do to make it onto that debate stage in Tuscaloosa and why our state may have been selected to host the event in the first place. The University of Alabama is used to being the center of the college football world. But on December 6th, it'll be the center of politics as the race for the White House runs right through Tuscaloosa with the fourth GOP primary debate happening on the UA campus.
Being on a college campus in a place where there's a lot of Republican support may be able to garner enthusiasm and mobilize people to get involved in the campaign and to support the party.
Dr. Mercer Grayson, who teaches political science at UA, says that may have played a role in Alabama being selected for this primetime event.
A lot of times safe states like Alabama are not chosen. And I think this is a nod to the Republicans who've been consistently there supporting the Republican Party and supporting Trump by having the debate in Tuscaloosa.
But whether the frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, will be on this stage inside the Moody Music Building remains up in the air.
When you're ahead, you often don't want to debate. Of course, some people see the debates as important as far as choosing the best candidate and being what's good for democracy, but really it could only hurt him. He's benefiting by doing his rallies or sitting down with others talking at the same time as the debate without having to engage in policy debates and discussions.
Dr. Grayson adds the absence of the former president can make it more challenging for others to gain ground.
So if he's not on the stage, it's much harder for the candidates to differentiate themselves and attack him. And so as long as he's ahead, he doesn't really see a reason to have to participate.
So who will be on the stage? Here's who we can expect to see. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, and businessman Vivek Ramaswamy. But it will still be a few weeks before we know a final list of names. Keep in mind, to make the debate stage, candidates must get at least 6% in two national polls or 6% in one poll from two separate early voting states, so places like Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina. Also, they need at least 80,000 unique donors with at least 200 per state in 20 or more states. And candidates have to meet those requirements 48 hours before that debate on December 6th.